What's up, Airsofters? Norseman back, and we're here in the world of Airsoft again. Today we're going to talk about shower shells, to be more specific, a 40 millimeter shower shell for a 203, a 320, an MGL, something like that. I have two types here. I have I'm not even sure the brand of this, but it says PPS at the bottom. I don't really remember much about this when I ordered it. I ordered these once, and that was it. The better one is the King's Arm, and I have a bunch of them here. I've even lost them over the years, but King's Arm shower shells, and I think they're 150, 120 round shower shells. Again, I don't know what this one is, but it's just, I have it. Alright, so now what is a shower shell? Now a shower shell is different than like what you probably more used to seeing nowadays for 40 mics or 40 millimeter grenade launchers, like a 203, a 320, an MGL, anything like that. Even the little hand cannons, handheld grenade launchers and stuff like a pistol grenade launcher. But so what you see a lot of nowadays is the newer Airsoft innovations, like the 40 mics, the Master mics, things like that, and taginn rounds. Those are newer than these, and that's the new hot stuff right now. And they do work great, but they have a higher price tag. And things like the 40 mic and stuff, some fields don't allow them because they're pretty hot and they hit pretty hard, and they've got a tight burst pattern on them when they do fire, so you get hit with a lot of BBs in a small area, even if you're like 40, 50 feet out. But now, before any of those came out, before taginns, before the 40 mic, any of that, shower shells were about all you had, besides like some basic chalk rounds and rubber rounds and stuff like that were anti-vehicle. These were anti-personnel, and it's about all you had. The King's Arm shower shell was pretty much the best in the industry at the time, just a few years back, until the 40 mics came out. And instead of like a 40 mic, which has one hole that all the BBs come out of, this has about 10, 12 of them. You simply feed each individual little hole at the top, put gas in it, load it in, fire. And it fires as a big cloud. As you can see, they'll all fire at once if it's working properly. Sometimes they don't. It'll fire in a big cloud, a big burst. That's why it's called a shower shell. There's zero accuracy with this thing and very limited range. And you'd say, well, Norseman, why the hell do I want a 40 millimeter grenade that has very little range when you can get something like a taginn or something? I'll tell you. So when, like I said, the 40 mics and stuff, even the Master mics, some places don't like you using them because they're high FPS, a lot of rounds, in a tight spread. And that's why the Master mic came out in response to some fields banning 40 mics. Now, if you're on an indoor field, like a CQB or something like that, and you want to use a grenade launcher, you don't need the reach of like a 40 mic. 40 mics do have actually a pretty significant reach for as far as an anti-personnel BB throwing 40 millimeter grenade. Shower shells don't. These things are good for, even these King's Arms, which are really good for a shower shell, they only go 50, 60 feet. And being that they're about 30 bucks, they're a pretty good buy if you're using like CQB or something like that. If you're playing CQB and you want a grenade launcher, this is a pretty good buy, and it's not going to get banned. They're low FPS. Everywhere will allow them. They're reliable. They're sturdy. They're CNC'd aluminum. Easy to use. Very easy to maintain. A little bit of grenade oil. I've got some around here somewhere, but a little bit of grenade oil on all the seals, and they work very well. There is no reset on them. You fire them, load new BBs. There's no kind of like taking it apart to reset it like some of the older ones shower shells had. These reset automatically. You just have to reload them. It makes them good. I said these are about $30 each. When I bought these on eVike at the time, you could buy 3 for $90. Now, if you compare that to a 40 mic, they're about $60 to $80. I can't remember how much exactly they are, but 3 of these basically for about the same price as one 40 mic. And that really tells you just, these are very cost effective. And in tight urban areas, they're good. You can put a big cloud of BBs at a short range, towards a building, around a corner, something like that, down an alleyway or a street, and cover a lot of target area with BBs very easily, very quickly. So they do have that's a great advantage of these. The 40 mic is, or the master mic is very kind of similar to these, but it does have increased range. Like I said, these are very limited. But if you're looking for a very cheap, basic 40 millimeter grenade, the King's Arm shower shells are very good for what they are. They don't really compare to the newer stuff today, but they're still out there. They're still available, and in like a CQB, indoor play, stuff like that, these are a really good option, and honestly might be a better option because you're not gonna have a field tell you can't use these ever, that I've ever seen. And if you do lose them, drop one, something like that. They're cheap to replace, unlike like tagins and Airsoft Industries. So shower shells, outdated, not very effective anymore, but they do have a good purpose if you want to carry them. Nowadays they just hang on my shelf. They'll probably never get used again because I don't play indoor really, but there you go. Shower shells, PPS, and King's Arms. Thanks for watching. Play safe and have fun.